Adding payments to your app just got easier with Stripe Managed Payments. It's a merchant of record solution from Stripe in public preview. We're going to look at adding it into an existing application using the Stripe powered for Kiro. I already have an app here. It's an Astro app, and I've done the marketing for it and also have a pricing structure here. It doesn't link to anything, but we'll use this to wire up the checkout using the Stripe power. So now when I go into the app in Kiro here, I can see that over on the left-hand side, I have powers. I'm going to go there. It's going to bring up available powers, and I'm going to go down to Stripe payments, and I'm going to install this, and I'm going to try it. Now that that's installed, I need to authenticate against the MCP. So I already have a Stripe account that is set up with in a sandbox, like a test sandbox for an application. So I'm going to go to Kiro. Now, if I come down here to the MCP servers, I can see that the Stripe MCP is there. I'm going to authenticate. I'm going to enable. And for this, I'm going to authorize. Jump back into Kiro. And now I can see that I have access to all of these tools. So now that I'm back in the project, I want to use the power to create the products that are already on the website and then bring that in and create the actual checkout. Now, I've created a prompt here to tell Kiro to do that. And then also I've added a little bit more context because managed payments is newer. So just what the requirements are in case the existing context doesn't get picked up. So let me just do that. I've also switched to Opus 4.6. Realized that I was on Sonnet just from the previous marketing build out. So let me run that. So Kiro's going through the project and seeing what exists already, and then recognizing that there are prices associated with this product, and then bringing that in. So it's going to activate the Stripe power here, and then you can see that there's a pro plan, an enterprise plan, and then also a free plan. I'm going to trust these commands as they come in for the tools. And you can see that actually the power went and got information or wanted to look up information around managed payments to make sure the checkout integration is correct. And the products are being created here. And then the prices. And now the summary. So we've got 3 prices here. So we've got free, pro, and enterprise. And then the checkout. Let me jump over to look at checkout and move this over a bit. We can see here that we've got the API version, which is managed payments preview, and then mode is subscription here, and managed payments is enabled. So that's what we needed for managed payments in the merchant of record. And let's jump over to the application after setting the environment variable. When I go back to the app, now if I click on one of these plans, so I'm going to click on the pro plan, and you can see that it opens up the checkout here. What's pretty cool is it actually created descriptions for the price variant, and then obviously the price that was grabbed from our marketing site, and then the Stripe power created the price artifact in Stripe using MCP. The first time that you use managed payments, you're going to get sort of an alert that you have to go into your account and set it up. So I had to go in and specify the correct tax classification. So in this case, software as a service personal use for these products. But once you do that, then the checkout API will work and it will open up these pages. This isn't connecting on the back end through webhooks or anything yet, but this should help to get started pretty quick, especially once you already have that outline in your marketing site or a general pricing structure. You can use the Stripe power to then go ahead and set up all of your Stripe backend for you and link it to your application. So what did I do to get started? I created my Stripe account for Stripe Managed Payments to use Merchant of Record. And then I came into my application in the Kiro IDE, installed the Stripe power, and then authenticated against my account so that the MCP and the Stripe power could use my Stripe resources and connect to the API as me. Then I linked my application to Stripe through the chat and asked Kiro to create the right backend pricing and subscription structure for the prices that I already had displayed on my website, and link the checkout. Now, I also removed like authentication here. This isn't to show that, but in an ideal scenario, I would have a user object that I would associate with the checkout so that then I can link those records on the back end when the checkout subscription webhooks come in.